Okay. John C. Maxwell once said, "A man must be big enough to admit his mistakes, smart enough to profit from them, and strong enough to correct them." On March 7th, our President, Barack Obama, recalled for the military tribunals at Guantanamo Bay. Today I'll be informing you about Guantanamo Bay and its purpose, President Obama's former views on the prison, and his calling for the beginning of the military tribunals for a second time at the camp. Before I do all that, I'd like to show you a picture. This is the Guantanamo Bay prison camp as a whole. It covers about an area of 45 square miles, and it's located in the southeastern quadrant of Cuba. Guantanamo Bay was established January 11, 2002, after the 9/11 attacks against America, where 4 American jets were hijacked and ran into American buildings such as the World Trade Center's Twin Towers and the Pentagon. There are 3 different facilities at Guantanamo Bay. This is Camp Delta. This is the largest camp there is over there. The other 2 are Camp X-Ray and Camp Iguana. Together, the 3 camps have a 615 prisoner capacity. They hold such prisoners that about 5 are suspected of being involved with 9/11, such as this man. This is Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. He was the 9/11 mastermind along with Osama bin Laden, and he is suspected of committing mass murder to civilians. Before President Obama was elected, Guantanamo Bay held 248 prisoners. Since then, 48 have been sent to other countries. President Obama has been trying to persuade other countries to take on the terrorists. That way he can close down Guantanamo Bay as he promised in his campaign. However, this hasn't had much success. During President Obama's candidacy, he was against Guantanamo Bay, and he claimed that it was cruel punishment going on over there, and the living conditions over there are horrible. This is a 6.5 by 8 foot cubicle that the prisoner lives in. None of them have windows except for this one. This is the traveler's room. All other ones have no windows, and they sleep on concrete blocks right here with only a blanket to cover them and no pillow. The suicide rate at Guantanamo Bay is about 20%. According to Google News, the next day after being elected, President Obama ordered judges to end the trials so he could begin closing the camp. He said that he wanted to end a sad chapter in American history, referring to Guantanamo Bay. He reasoned that he wanted our security to emanate from our humility, the justness of our cause, and our restraint, not out of spite for the terrorists. On March 7th of 2011, he called for the return of the military tribunals. He was quoted saying, "The best way to get America out of the Guantanamo morasses is to use the most effective and reliable tool that we have, which is our military justice system." This move has been highly praised by Republicans as our president finally seeing the light. The quote that I gave you earlier from John C. Maxwell sums up about what I think President Obama has endured throughout his presidency. He walked in and he wanted to shut down Guantanamo Bay, but he soon realized that his former views on the prison were wrong. His call to begin doing the military tribunals for a second time shows that he realized that he had made a mistake in the beginning. Guantanamo Bay is a very controversial subject which many people have drastically different views on. But it is still a very important prison in the well-being of our country. Finally, if Guantanamo Bay is closed, where would we send our war criminals? What would we do if we found Osama bin Laden today? I'll leave you to think with that.